First of all, how data sufficiency is different from quant section. How it is different from a quant section. In a quant section, a question will be there and an options will be there. Or in case if you take a non-MCQ question, you have to type the answer. This is a simple quant question, right? A quant question, there will be a question and there will be an options, or if there is no option, you have to type it, especially if it is a non-MCQ question. But data sufficiency, the structure of the question itself is very, very different. The structure will be like this. The first slide talks about a structure. How the question will be is, every data sufficiency problem consists of a question and there will be two statements, which we call it as label 1 and label 2. There will be two statements. For example, the question will be like this. See, if you see here, there is a question and there are two statements. That is what it is. So there will be a question and there will be label 1 and label 2. Now, using this data and your knowledge of mathematics, we are expected to say whether statement 1 alone is sufficient to solve the question, whether statement 2 alone is sufficient to solve the question, both statements together are sufficient, each statement alone is sufficient, statement 1 and 2 together are sufficient. Underline the important keyword, sufficient. Once I start problem solving, you will understand it in detail. Right? Remember, your basic knowledge of mathematics is extremely important to solve the question. How many days are there in a July? How many days are there in a leap year? What is speed is equivalent to distance by constant? Men into days is work. Selling price is cost price into 1 plus profit percentage. This basic mathematical understanding is extremely important to you. Right? And what is the difference between clockwise and a counterclockwise definitions? All these things are extremely important to you. I will explain this slide with a wonderful question. And always remember, unless and until it is specified, all the numbers are considered to be a real numbers. All the numbers are considered to be a real numbers. All the numbers are considered to be a real numbers. These just a pure English statements, will not understand it much, right? Now, another important things in the figure, right? Lines shown are always straight lines, right? Even though they appear jagged, they are considered to be a straight lines. All the angles are always greater than 0, right? All the figures lie in a particular plane. I will explain this point in detail when I am taking it. Right? So the figures, all the figures are drawn on a particular line. If a line is drawn, we will consider that line to be a straight line and angles are always greater than zeros. Right? Now, these are something related to figures. Now see here. Now, before we solve this question, what we'll do is, we will take a flow chart. Simple thing what we'll do is, we'll take a flow chart, data sufficiency flow chart. Please write down the flow chart of data sufficiency. Or first we'll write some important key points to solve data sufficiency problems. The first thing is, always look for unique and a definite answer. You should always look for unique and a definite answer. Underline the two important keywords, unique answer and a definite answer. Unique means singular output. What do you mean by definite? Definite means I should definitely say yes, or I should say definitely no. Definitely yes or definitely no. What do you mean by these unique? Let us take few examples, then it will be clear to you. For example, 2x equivalent to 6, x equivalent to 3, only one value I got. This is nothing but a unique value of x. The unique value of x is 3. For example, x square equivalent to 9, x is nothing but plus 3 or minus 3. Plus 3 or minus 3, I got two values. Unique means I should get a singular output. This is nothing but more than one answer. In data sufficiency, more than one answer is not allowed. In data sufficiency, more than one answer is not allowed. More than one answer is not allowed. I hope it is clear. Uniqueness. Unique means only one answer. So this is allowed in data sufficiency. This is not allowed in data sufficiency. More than one answer is not allowed. Now, what do you mean by definite? These are the examples of uniqueness. These are the examples of uniqueness. Now let us see, what do you mean by definite answer? Definite. What do you mean by definite? What do you mean by definite? Suppose x equivalent to 2, 4, 6, 8. Is x even? Is x even? X is 2. 2 is an even number. 4 is an even number. 6 is an even number. 8 is an even number. All the 4 are even numbers. So x is definitely even. Yes, you are saying definitely that x is definitely even. X is definitely even. All the values which are there as an element in that set of x, all are even numbers. So definitely you can say x is definitely even. For example, x is 2, 3, 5, 7. 2, 3, 5, 7. Is x even number? Is x even number? Now take the first value. First value, if I take 2, is 2 an even number? Definitely yes. Is 3 an even number? No. Is 5 an even number? No. Is 7 an even number? No. First one I got the answer yes. Second, third and fourth I got the answer no. Can you definitely say that all the elements present in the set x are even if the elements in the set are 2, 3, 5, 7? You cannot definitely say. You can say sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes yes and sometimes no. Sometimes yes and sometimes no is not allowed in data sufficiency. Definitely you should say, what is your age? You should say my age is this one. You cannot say a range. What is, when is your birthday? You should say my birthday is on this date. Definitely. Will you get an IAM call? You should say definitely I will get an IAM call. You cannot put conditions to it and say maybe I will get, maybe I might not get. Maybe is not allowed in data sufficiency. Maybe is not allowed in data sufficiency. Right? Definitely you should say uniqueness means only singular answer. Definitely means definite yes or definite no. Definite yes or definite no. Definite yes or definite no. I hope this definition is extremely clear to you. This definition is extremely clear to you. Always look for unique and a definite answer. Always look for unique and a definite answer. This is the first thumb rule while solving data sufficiency question. There are two thumb rules you need to follow. Right? In fact, there are three. The third one is the flow chart. First thumb rule is look for uniqueness, look for definiteness. Second thumb rule. Second thumb rule. Second thumb rule. Key point 2. Key point 2. What is the key point 2? Key point 2. Strictly no assumptions. Strictly no assumptions. You are not expected to assume a variable is a natural number unless and until it is given. There are no assumptions which are allowed in data sufficiency question. What do you mean by strictly no assumptions? If I say 3z is an even number, if I say 3z will take an output as an even number, you cannot say that z is an even number. Z is an even number. Of course 3 into even number is an even number, but Z can also be 2 by 3. Z can also be 4 by 3. Z can also be 10 by 3. Z can also be 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. 3Z even number. It is not specified that Z is an natural number. Did I specify that Z is a natural number? If Z is a natural number, then you will get the answer Z is an even number. I told you already that if nothing is mentioned, all the numbers which are used are real numbers. If the numbers used are real numbers, what I will get? It could be a rational number, it could be an irrational number, it could be a natural number, it could be zero, it could be anything. 3Z even number does not mean that Z is an even number only. Z can also be a fraction. That means, what is the mistake you did? You assumed Z to be a natural number. This is not possible in data sufficiency. You assumed Z to be a natural number, which is not possible. Which is not possible. I hope it is clear, right? Assuming Z to be a natural number, it is not possible. If nothing is specified about a variable, that variable is considered to be a real number. One more example I will take. 5n by 18 is an integer. If I take 5n by 18 is an integer, don't immediately conclude that n should be a multiple of 18. N is 18, 36, 54, 72 and so on. You are assuming n should be a multiple of 18. Why? Because you assumed n is an integer. N can also be 18 by 5, right? N can also be 36 by 5, right? And so on. That means when I say 5n by 18 as an integer, you are assuming that n is an integer, which is not the case. Read the question carefully. Nothing is specified about n. If nothing is specified about n, n will become a real number. If n is a real number, n could be an integer or n could be a rational number. Here you assumed n as an integer, which is the mistake which you did. What is the key point number 2? Strictly no assumptions. You are not expected to assume the variable to belong to a particular set unless and until it is mentioned. Unless and until it is mentioned, you are not expected to assume. Again, underline this key point. Underline this key point. If nothing is mentioned, all the numbers which are used are real numbers. I hope it is clear. All the numbers which are used are considered to be a real numbers. Idea clear, right? Key point number 1, key point number 2. Write down key point number 3. Key point number 3. Key point number 3. Just give me key point number 3. Now before that, what I thought of doing it is, I thought of taking a new slide so that it will be clear to you. I think we can create this question. We can create this question also, right? So we will get into the slide. Key point number 3. Key point number 3. Please write down key point. I require a full slide so that I will explain. Key point number 3. Flow chart. There is an algorithm to solve data sufficiency question. Flow chart. Now see here. Suppose there is a question. There will be a question. I think I will write like this. There will be a question and there will be two statements. Statement 1, something will be there. Statement 2, something will be there. How you should solve? Take a question and try to solve the question using statement 1 alone. Statement 1 alone. There are 3 outputs that can be possible. You got unique and a definite answer. You got unique and a definite answer. If you got unique and a definite answer, Stop it here. Answer is statement 1 alone is right. If you got more than one answer, or you are unable to find the answer, you are unable to find the answer, or you got more than one answer, then go to statement 2 alone. I hope the idea is clear. Statement 2 alone. Again there are three cases: unique and a definite answer. Stop it here. You got greater than one answer or you got no answer. In these two cases, what you will do is statement 1 and 2 together you will do. Very, very important. What is the flow chart to solve data sufficiency question? First you will take statement 1 alone. In that statement 1 alone, if you got unique and a definite answer, you will stop it there. What do you mean by not unique answer? Either you got more than one answer or you are unable to get the answer. You got more than one answer or you are unable to find the answer. Then you will go to statement 2 alone. Execute whatever I did for statement 1 alone for statement 2 alone. If you got a unique and a definite answer, stop it. Then you got greater than one answer or no answer, then go to statement 1 and 2 together. Again there are three outputs: unique and a definite answer, greater than one answer or no answer. If you got greater than one or no answer, answer is cannot be determined. This slide is extremely important to me. Why? Because it tells me two important conclusions. The first conclusion is you cannot combine two statements. Without doing each statement independently. First do each statement independently, then combine both the statements. Statement 1 and 2 together are combined only after I do statement 1 alone and statement 2 alone. Please make a note of this point in your notebook. You cannot combine both the statements and do the answer without solving each statement independently. That is the first important key point in this flow chart. What is the next important key point? Whenever you will go to statement 2 when this condition fails. What is this condition? Uniqueness and definiteness should be there. If there is no uniqueness, if there is no definiteness, then statement 1 alone will go to statement 2 alone, then it will go to 2 together, then it will go to cannot be determined. Again I am saying, first you will do statement 1 alone, then you will do statement 2 alone, then you will do statement 1 and 2 together, then you will do cannot be determined. What is this condition? This is the flow chart. If the uniqueness and definiteness fails, if an uniqueness and definiteness fails, then you have to follow it. If you got uniqueness here, then the answer can also be each statement alone. Each statement alone also is possible. Once you solve problems, you will understand. I hope the idea is clear. What are the important key points? Always look for unique and always look for unique and definiteness. Second one, there is strictly no assumptions followed. And strictly follow the flow chart. These three things keep it in mind while solving data sufficiency questions. These three things keep it in mind while solving data sufficiency question. I will solve minimum 25 to maximum 30 questions so that you will understand this concept in detail whenever we are solving. Always look for unique and a definite answer, no assumptions and a flow chart. No assumptions and a flow chart. Now we will get into the DS traps. The mistakes what students might do it. Mistakes commonly done by student community. Now the second line, red color, do not assume anything. For example, if a number is not mentioned to be an integer, you will never take it to be an integer. Already we took two examples. 3z is an even number or 5n by 18 is an integer. I hope point number 2 is clear. Simplify the question to the absolute basics. I will explain this when I take warm-up questions. When I take warm-up questions, you will understand the point number 1. Even in geometrical figures also assumption is not allowed. In geometrical figures, if two lines are not parallel, please do not assume it to be parallel. Even though they look like parallel lines, if it is not mentioned that they are parallel lines, you are not expected to carry that one. If a figure looks like square, but it is not mentioned that it is a square, you will not take it as a square. No assumption in number system, arithmetic, algebra, geometry and modern maths. Are you all with me? Point number 3. Point number 4. I told you that when you are using statement 1 alone, statement 2 values do not carry forward. When you are using statement 2 alone, statement 1 alone statements do not carry forward. I will explain this again with examples. That is the 4th point. Unique numerical value is required. I already discussed what is unique numerical value. There should not be no ambiguity, means more than one answer or no answer should not be possible. Please go through these 5 important key points. Spend some 30 seconds and read that DS traps. Simplify the problem. I will explain it through a warm-up question. Do not assume anything. Already we discussed. Geometrical figures also don't assume. Two lines are a 4-sided figure is there. It seems like a rectangle. You have to take that figure as a quadrilateral if it is not mentioned that it is a rectangle. When you are doing statement 1 alone, statement 2 does not exist. When you are doing statement 2, statement 1 does not exist. Uniqueness and definiteness. Now, the two statements should never contradict with each other. I will explain this. Already I explained unique yes or unique no. Right? A no is as good as yes. I will take a question. If the question is a Boolean answer, intentionally try to create an yes or no situation. No calculation required in most of the answers. Right? Avoid calculations wherever it is possible. Every statement I will take a problem. There are about 25 to 30 questions. Right? I will take all this one by using questions. Now I think this question is missing. Let me take it. Question is x square minus 3x plus 2 equivalent to 0. Statement B is x cube minus 27 equivalent to 0. Listen carefully to every slide. There are a lot of YouTube channels which will tell you how to solve a problem. I will tell you how you can develop a question. What are the mistakes that you will do while solving a question? What is the value of x given x is a real number? Options are x square minus 3x plus 2 equivalent to 0, x cube minus 27. Even if this statement is not given, by default x is a real number. Now, point statement 1. X square minus 3x plus 2 equivalent to 0. I told you that I will simplify the question to the absolute basics. I am going to do that. This is nothing but x minus 1 into x minus 2 equivalent to 0. x equivalent to 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2. What is the flow chart? First you will start with statement 1 alone. If it results in greater than one answer or no answer, then you will go to statement 2 alone. Statement 2 alone. If statement 2 is statement 2 alone, x equivalent to 1 comma 2. So I got greater than one answer. If you got greater than one answer, you will go to statement 2. Statement 2 is x cube minus 27 equivalent to 0. These are nothing but x cube minus 3 cube equivalent to 0. A cube minus b cube is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square equivalent to 0. So this is nothing but a quadratic expression. If I take a discriminant b square minus 4ac, 9 minus 36 minus 27 less than 0, that means the roots for this one are imaginary. But according to the question, x should be a real number. So this will not be considered. So x is equivalent to 3. X is equivalent to 3. Did I get the unique answer? Did I get only one value? Yes. So answer for this question is statement B alone. Statement B alone. I hope the idea is clear. First I will start with statement 1 alone. Second I will start with statement 2 alone only if I get greater than one answer or no answer. X square minus 3x plus 2 0, that means x is 1 comma 2. I got two answers. I want uniqueness. I want to definitely say that x will take only one value. I got more than one value. So then I went to statement 2 alone. X cube minus 27 is 0. X cube minus 3 cube is 0. X minus 3 into x square plus 3x plus 9. These discriminant is less than 0. Roots are imaginary. X is a real number. So this I will not take. Because I will not take this, x equivalent to 3. Only one value I got it. So answer for this question is statement B alone. So this heading is clear for you. Quest for a unique answer. I will only check for unique answer. I hope the first statement is question is clear. Second one, I think wantedly I am keeping answer option x equivalent to 17, x equivalent to 21. Now, no is as good as yes. I am going to explain this statement importance by keeping so different answers. There is a reason why I did not keep answers, because I wanted to tell you concept. Is x prime number? If I take x equivalent to 17, is 17 a prime number? Definitely yes. Definite means yes. Statement 1 alone. Statement 1 alone is giving me this answer. Statement 1 alone is giving me answer. Answer is definitely yes. Answer is definitely yes. X equivalent to 21. Is 21 a prime number? No. Definitely I am able to say. Definitely no. Can I say? Read the heading. No is as good as yes. That means definitely no is as good as definitely yes. That means statement 2 alone also is giving me a definite answer. Now if you see the flow chart, what is one option which is present? Each statement alone is sufficient. Each statement alone is sufficient. That means even though you got a statement 1 alone, unique answer, do not tick mark statement 1 alone. Also check whether the statement 2 alone is giving you. So answer is D. What is D? Each statement alone. Each statement alone is enough, is sufficient to solve this question. Very, very good question. Each statement alone is sufficient to to solve this question. I hope the idea is clear. What is the reasoning behind this question? Do not stop after statement 1 alone if it is giving unique answer. Go and check whether statement 2 alone is giving you unique answer. There could be a possibility each statement independently might be giving you a unique and a definite answer. That is the heading of this one. No is as good as yes. This definitely yes is as good as definitely no. I hope the idea is clear.
విరామం లేని విజయాలతో దూసుకుపోతున్న అనిల్ నాయక్ క్లాసెస్ విద్యార్థులు మీరు కూడా అనిల్ నాయక్ యాప్ లో కోచింగ్ తీసుకోవాలి అనుకుంటున్నారా? ఎస్ఎస్సి, బ్యాంక్, ఐబీపీఎస్ పిఓ, ఆర్ఆర్బి, ఎస్బీఐ పిఓ, తెలంగాణ, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఎగ్జామ్స్, కంపెనీ ప్లేస్మెంట్స్, క్యాట్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఇలా 60కి పైగా యాప్ట్యూడ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ ని ఫస్ట్ అటెంప్ట్ లో క్రాక్ చేయండి. అన్ని యాప్ట్యూడ్ క్లాసెస్ లు అనిల్ నాయక్ గారే తీసుకుంటారు. ఒక యాప్ట్యూడ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని 10 లేదా 20 సెకండ్స్ లో సాల్వ్ చేయడం ఎలాగా అని షార్ట్ కట్స్ మెథడ్ నేర్పిస్తారు. ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ అలాగే ప్రీ రికార్డెడ్ కోర్సెస్ ఎస్ఎస్సి, బ్యాంక్, క్యాట్, డిఏఓ నోటిఫికేషన్ అన్నిటికీ సపరేట్ గా కోర్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఇంకెందుకు ఆలస్యం, వెంటనే యాప్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి, మీకు నచ్చిన కోర్స్ కొనుక్కోండి, జాబ్ కొట్టేయండి. విరామం లేని విజయాలతో దూసుకుపోతున్న అనిల్ నాయక్ క్లాసెస్ విద్యార్థులు మీరు కూడా అనిల్ నాయక్ యాప్ లో కోచింగ్ తీసుకోవాలి అనుకుంటున్నారా? ఎస్ఎస్సి, బ్యాంక్, ఐబీపీఎస్ పిఓ, ఆర్ఆర్బి, ఎస్బీఐ పిఓ, తెలంగాణ, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఎగ్జామ్స్, కంపెనీ ప్లేస్మెంట్స్, క్యాట్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఇలా 60కి పైగా యాప్ట్యూడ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ ని ఫస్ట్ అటెంప్ట్ లో క్రాక్ చేయండి. అన్ని యాప్ట్యూడ్ క్లాసెస్ లు అనిల్ నాయక్ గారే తీసుకుంటారు. ఒక యాప్ట్యూడ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని 10 లేదా 20 సెకండ్స్ లో సాల్వ్ చేయడం ఎలాగా అని షార్ట్ కట్స్ మెథడ్ నేర్పిస్తారు. ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ అలాగే ప్రీ రికార్డెడ్ కోర్సెస్ ఎస్ఎస్సి, బ్యాంక్, క్యాట్, డిఏఓ నోటిఫికేషన్ అన్నిటికీ సపరేట్ గా కోర్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఇంకెందుకు ఆలస్యం, వెంటనే యాప్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి, మీకు నచ్చిన కోర్స్ కొనుక్కోండి, జాబ్ కొట్టేయండి.